Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are going to talk about arc length. You will need your foldable sheet because we're going to put a couple new formulas on your formula sheet. Excuse me. You're going to need your calculator, your notes, and obviously something to write with. All right, here we go. First thing, we're going to just refresh ourselves. From last week, we talked about two formulas. We talked about the circumference of a circle and the area of a circle. Now, circumference could either be written as C equals 2 pi r, or we could write it as C equals D times pi. Either way works. Now, area of a circle is area equals pi r squared. So those are some ones that we're just going to be using these next few days, so make sure that we have those in our notes, on our formula sheet. Hopefully we might even have them memorized. Now this just needs to go in your notes, in your actual notes, okay? An arc is a piece of a circle. That's very important. So if I look at this, my arc on this picture is from A to C. Or excuse me, A to B. This little piece of the circle is called the arc. All right. Arcs can be measured in degrees. So if we look like this, we're going to have the measure of AB, or arcs can be measured in terms of length. Okay, when I'm talking about degree, I'm talking about like what this degree measurement would be. When I'm talking about the arc length, I'm actually talking about this distance from here to here. So there's two different ways to measure our arcs. All right, now, very important, this needs to go on your formula sheet. Under arc length, you need to have the measure, which would be our degrees, of AB over 360, because 360 is the distance of a circle, equals the arc length, which would be the measure from A to B, over circumference. Now remember, circumference is 2 pi r. That's how we're going to think about it. So please, please, please make sure you have this written down in your formula sheet. All right. Here we go. We're going to do 3 examples. All 3 of these examples need to be written in your notes, in your notebook. Okay? So these go back to your notes. It says find the arc length of GH. So we're looking for this measurement right here. Okay, from G to H. That's what we don't know. So we're going to go ahead and set up our formula. So we're going to have 2 fractions. We know we can put 360 here. If we look, we know our degrees right here is 120. So that's just going to go up here. We're looking for our arc length, so this is where we're going to put our x. Our circumference is 2 pi, and our radius right here is 11. Now I'm going to simplify this before I move on. So 120 over 360 simplifies to 1/3 equals x over 22 pi. Once I get this far, ladies and gentlemen, we're just going to cross multiply. So we're going to take 1 times this and 3 times x. So I get 3x equals 22 pi. To solve this, I'm going to divide both sides by 3. In your calculator, do 22 pi, like the actual pi symbol, and then divide by 3, and x equals 23.04 centimeters. All right? That is our arc length. That's how far it is from G to H. All right, example number 2. How can we use arc length to find other things? So now I want to find the circumference. That's my goal, is to find the circumference of this circle. So if I plug in what I know this is 360. I know my degree is 40, so I'll put that up here. My arc length is 4.19, and my circumference, that's what goes here, so I can put an x here. Now I'm going to cross multiply. Well, actually, I'm going to simplify my 40 over 36, I think. I'm going to simplify it to 1/9 equals 4.19 over x. I like simplifying, you guys, because it makes my numbers smaller, easier to work with, but that's up to you whether you want to or not. Once we cross multiply this one, 1 times x is just x. 9 times 4.19, I get approximately 37.71 centimeters. So that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is my circumference, the distance of my whole circle. All right, moving on to our very last example. We want to find the measure. Now remember, when it looks like this, ladies and gentlemen, is looking for the degrees. Okay, so we're looking for our degrees. So if we set up our equation, we have 360 here. We don't know our degrees, so we're going to have x there. The distance from R to S right here is 44, so we'll plug that in. And then our radius is 15.18, so I'll have 2 pi times 15.28. I'm going to simplify, combine things, so I get x over 360 equals 44 all over 30.56 pi. Now I'm going to do my cross multiplying. So I'm going to have multiply here and multiply here. So I get 30.56 pi x, which equals, if I take 360 times 44, I get 15,840. To solve for x, I'm going to divide both sides by 30.56 pi. And x equals 164.99 degrees, because I'm finding my degree. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that is all I have for you today. So I hope you have a wonderful, fabulous, terrific day, and I will be seeing you later. Bye!